Howdy, howdy everyone, and welcome to the stream. I hope y'all are doing alright. Today we're going to be designing a familiar for the Summoner class, which I'll get into in just a bit. I'm going to see how y'all are doing. I forgot the music until the last 20, 30 seconds or whatever. But today, we understood that. I've done a good bit in the past week. I'm going to go ahead and cover that right quick. I have worked on a map, so we'll have a map to be able to explore and stuff. You can see we'll have the player marker there and some treasure, and it's pretty much finished. I just need to add in a few more markers, and this will be to help you explore the town and stuff. So I need to add in like Teddy's house and the inn and all that fun stuff, and then that update should go out soon. I've added in other updates such as the fishing and character interactions, all that fun stuff. So if you haven't played the demo in a while, I suggest checking it out. It's big upgrades that have been happening. You may see a few new things from the Discord streams. Yeah. Okay, so that is all that fun stuff. Today, I've also I designed this earlier. This is a sprout that has been fighting with the skellies for a while. They've gotten big and bulky, and you'll see these later in the game. I needed it for the devlog that's coming up in a couple of days. But yeah, today what we're doing is we're going to be designing that minion that you'll summon, like the summon skelly spell that's in the demo. You'll have a summoner specialization that you'll be able to summon this creature. And this creature is a little more special in that it's not just a disposable minion. You'll bond with it. You'll keep it spawned and that kind of thing. It grows over time. It'll get stronger, all that fun stuff. And this will be more of a combatant thing. So pets so far, if you've played the demo, you know that you can tame sprouts, and you know that Truffles, who is not a demon, Truffles will these are more cute pets. They're not meant to be really powerful or anything, but these summoner pets are a bit different in that that's their purpose, is to be powerful, to sort of like the Atronachs in Skyrim, that kind of thing. So let's see, anyone can use the gig. I have an idea that you can add markers yourself to different things, to mark different things. Yeah, we'll probably do maybe like a sign. You could place down a sign that could have a marker. Something we could absolutely look into, because they're like at runtime and everything. We ever make a goblin? Goblins, probably not. I'm trying to avoid generic. You can see we got this mimic over here. I'm trying to avoid generic enemies for the most part. I want these to be unique and memorable and interesting. And so goblin, maybe not, unless we can find some fun way to do it. But ignore the mimic that I tried making. That's going to be a pet when I can figure out what I want to do with it. And the pet, this mimic's he'll serve as like portable storage. So you'll be able to interact with him, open him up, and you can put stuff inside of him, and he'll follow you around. So that's how it works. He's a bit big though. I made him a little bit too big. So yeah, today we're going to be designing this thing from scratch. I have no idea what I want. I'm thinking maybe a little dog-like thing with a big tail, maybe some horns, something like that. But anything is up for grabs. And if we have time later, I also want to do another summon skelly, because there's also the necromancer specialization, and they don't really they do the disposable enemies. So this one I'm thinking we do like a stronger variant of the skelly, which we currently have. I mentioned this in a devlog, and I would like to have a visual for it. But if we can't, then it's not a big deal. So we'll design that later as well. And we'll go ahead and get started with this now. Review. Does the mimic have human legs? I haven't decided what I want to do with the legs yet. I went with human because I thought it would look funny. And it kind of implies that it's the human inside of the mimic, which is meh. So we'll have to see. A variant of the ogre thing with horns. I think someone had mentioned that in the last stream. So that's going to be a pet. So we'll do that at some point too. Like yeah. So that's the thing. What if the cute lizard kind of dude, as you can evolve into a dragon? We could do something like that, absolutely. Now these minions, I'm really excited to see what these minions can do, because I do want them to grow over time. They could even grow into other things. That would be really cool. So I'm going to make a new layer, not that, and we'll get started. Would skinny legs and arms be too much of an inspiration from the Dark Souls mimic? No. I've played like 5 minutes of Dark Souls. I played it and it wasn't my kind of game. Let's see. Oh yeah, right. So we're gonna have to prototype these. No, not prototype. Yeah. We'll get the silhouette going. But I don't know what I want to do yet. So I'm gonna get y'all's help with this one. So it's a summoner minion. Like I said, maybe like a horned creature with a body like that, and just like this sort of evil looking tail thing. Now this is meant to. It can be a powerful creature. It's meant to, like, you know, summoners, they don't do a whole. I mean, they'll probably do some magic and stuff, but they're not meant to be like heavy hitters. Whereas this guy can be more like the tank, so that you don't have to focus so much about it. Cerberus would be cool. No, I want to do something unique and like to the game. Don't know exactly what yet though. Kind of looks like a Pikachu. We'll need to stay away from that. The classic familiar. Well, this is not like a pet like familiar. This is not a, you know. When I say familiar, what I mean is like it's not just a disposable thing. It's something that will grow with you over time. Thinking more of a sharper tail. Now this, like, I don't know that we're going to go here. I'm just sort of doodling to try and figure out what I want. But like, and that's supposed to be a jaw, but it's not really working out. Maybe more like, just like more of a almost demonic kind of thing. But this is not really, like, Summoner's not really a demon summoning thing. It's just, I want something that's powerful. Let's see. Yikes, imagine a chest mimic suddenly running at you full speed out of nowhere. Well, he's a pet, so he's actually going to be, he's supposed to be cute and lovable. And you can name him. I was going to call him Chester, but apparently that's something in Don't Starve. And so we'll probably avoid that, unfortunately. Because I think Chester's such a cute name. I'm thinking this maybe needs a longer body. But yeah, I was talking about it in the Discord, and somebody was like, Chester's already a thing. I was like, oh. What about a stone or tree golem thing? Now, a golem pet would be cool. I'm going to make a note for that. Golem pet would be absolutely cool. Right here, what I want here more, though, is more of a almost dog-like creature, I think. But hey, chest pets are cool. Oh. Looks like a chinchilla. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I seem to like the mimic. That's good. Alright, yeah, let me just make me a card right quick to make some notes. Alright, and then a golem pet, which is a really cool idea. I think that could be really cool, especially if you like to craft the golem pet yourself. Golem pet, and I'm putting in parentheses craftable. Like maybe you have to go through a process to make the pet. I think that's really cool. You could like sort of put your own stuff into it. Imagine the summoner writing it, writing the mimic. Imagine the summoner is like inside the like you got your character in here and that's how you write it. That would be great. I'm gonna mountable mimic. You ride in the chest. No, that's not a thing. I don't know if we'll do that thing, but I think it's pretty funny. Do you have a tutorial on creating an in-game grid for tactile games? I don't know anything about that. I did a grid thing for my placement thing when I was going to do lots, and I'm still going to use the grid. I'm still going to bring the grid back because I don't have grid snapping. It's probably frustrating for some people. And what I did was a shader thing. It's probably not the best way to do it, but I did it like if X and Y is within a range or something like that, then it would look like a hot dog. Pet mounts are already we're considering pet mounts. It's not going to be something that I really look at until I start actually building the open world, though. So, but yeah, we're considering pet mounts. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull up Pinterest and get some ideas for like a demon dog thing. This is nowhere near what I need. Demon dog. Imagine in-game level editor after you finish the game. That's the idea. Like, not a guaranteed thing, but I would like to do the in-game level editor because that's what mine is. close this. So like the level editor, you know, I've got it in game and everything. It would be cool to actually like to give this to y'all, like be able to play around with it. I want to do like a dungeon editor sort of thing. Don't know if we'll get to that because I mean it's a lot of extra work to get all that UI stuff functioning and everything. Because like it's not perfect. Because I can do some things that to me are not an issue, but to the public they might not like it so much. Like for example, leaves here. No, is it leaves? Might be leaves. No, it's not leaves. Anyhow, there's certain things that just don't really work well. I think this is one. Like as you can see here, like this is fine for me. I can do it, but if I was to put this out, it would be a frustration. So lots of things to consider in that regard. But I would like to make a dungeon editor. more events. Now there's also the quest system. It's not a scripting thing, but there's the event sequencer is in here as well. So like if I go events and open up, and you got all these events that I've been working with that are in, not all of these are in the demo or whatever, but like if we look at this one, you can see all what goes behind to make the cutscene systems work, which is pretty cool. So I've got that built in to where I can do it quickly, but it would be nice to expose that, but we'll have to see about all that. You should do a pet that's a shark fish that's floating in water bubble like the baby shark in Terraria. We did something like that. Not too long, like it's pretty good. When we did the old man, so if I pull that up right quick, it was going to be his pet, and we might still come back to that at some point. Characters. If I didn't delete it, I probably did. Oh, there it is. We're gonna have him look like a little fish pet. Don't know why they have red noses. I'll have to I'll have to look back at that stream and see why I gave them red noses. But anyhow, back to this guy, Demon Dog. I want something. Let me pull up my references here so I can see what I'm looking at. No, not what I'm looking at, but what I pick to use. Oh, this is cool looking. That's cool. That's cool. Let's see. Now, I don't want this to be a creepy thing necessarily. I want it to be cute, but like powerful. A lot of Cerberus stuff here, to be expected. This is cool. You could do something like that. Give a little curly horns. Okay, and this one pull from here. A little more ambiguous as to what it is exactly. And this is more what I'm thinking of. Something like that. Okay. One of the Ghostbusters movies had demon dogs that were statues. Interesting. What if it looked peaceful until... We could do that. We're going to draw the aggressive form first, so we can always consider that later. So, what do we do to turn this into not a hot dog? I'm guessing we lean it up a bit. We bring the legs down more. Like that. Give it a bigger body. I think we need more of that shoulder going there. Glowing eyes would be intimidating but helpful in the dark. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. I'll take a note of that right quick. We don't have the lighting system working exactly as I want it yet, but that could absolutely be cool. Glowing eyes could light the environment. Now, I don't know if it'll be that helpful because like you'll always have a light on around you. So it would only really matter... Looks like a buff Pikachu. It would only really matter if it was far away from you, but still. You think I have such a nice voice? Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. That was something I was always worried about when I was doing videos, was whether or not my voice would make the cut. Let's see. This is going in an interesting way. I keep reading Nightbot's messages. If he's a pet, make it an ability to... Yes, you'll name it too. You'll get to name it. Now, with it being a summoner's pet, I want you to get it in a special way. I don't want it to be just a spell that you unlock. Like, maybe it's a bit of a quest objective to unlock each one, like each pet. And then when you get that, when you complete that objective, you'll get to name it and all that fun stuff. Metal Jaw, we'll see. Metal Jaw seems more, I don't know. We'll see when we get there. One of the things that might be a problem is that he's a bit side-facing. So just sort of shuffle that around a bit. This silhouette's giving me a bit of a hard time, if I'm being honest. Bring this leg back a bit more. Carry an egg in your hotbar. It eats HP and hatches into a familiar. Now that would be more of a pet-like thing. A familiar is what you like. You'll be summoning these, or we could do it something like that, to where you hatch it in the real world and then you have to bind it with a spell. That could be a thing we could do. But pets are going to be like the things that, like, it would probably hatch from an egg, like you would get a pet that way. But pets aren't meant to be powerful or anything. They're just meant to be cute little companions that follow you around. That's not too bad. I think we need to silhouette more, but the body shape is interesting. Kind of makes me think of a tadpole with the legs. Are you planning on making some boss levels? Yes, there's going to be some bosses. Bosses are not a real big part of the game, so I'm not really focused on them right now. But I do expect there to be some bosses, yes. But, like, if I made the game without bosses, then I would still feel like the game was complete. You can give the stream a like, well, that would be appreciated. A thunder thing that can shoot out lightning bolt that can hit multiple enemies. That's also a thing we need to consider with this as well. Like, what does this pet do exactly? What is its behaviors in combat? Thunder spell could be cool. Like a magical pet. We need to do more magical things, given how magical the world is. You know what? That's got me kind of thinking. We could, do a more cutesy kind of pet too. We're going to play around with different concepts here today. And do the one that we like the most. But that kind of got me thinking maybe like a little bald guy. And he would float a bit. Like that. And it has some kind of weird thing on his head. But like a cape. Not really a cape, but like a coat kind of thing. Like a cloak. And maybe like, what I'm thinking is like a crown type thing. Like maybe he thinks he's of royal status. And then his thing is that he would cast some kind of magical spell. That would be cool. And he sort of leans back like that's his belly. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like it. Okay. And then we could do some interesting things. Like maybe with the summoner, like you're typically you're considered to be in more of a dominant position, but like with this one, he doesn't accept that as reality. Like he treats you like the summoned entity. Oh, interesting. A flamethrower spell would be cool. Yes, we could do a flamethrower spell. I would like to do that, especially with some particles and stuff. The pet could have flame breath. This one could. Yes, that would be cool. Little flame breath. That would be nice. Him, I think, would be a little more hands-off. Like, he would do more ranged thing. Like, not a direct type thing. Sort of like Claire's smite spell. A rock that throws itself at enemies. Could do that. Now, I mentioned a golem enemy earlier. That would be cool. Could you imagine a rock enemy or pet or an enemy, either way, a rock critter with one big arm like this, and it uses its arm to pick itself up and throw itself. Wait, would it look better if it lunged at enemies, possibly with certain powers? The demon dog thing, possibly. You could have a slick robot enemy. Not really a robot, no. Like this is a more primitive time setting. I don't expect to do any robots. I have a space game that I'm thinking about that we could get into robots at sometime in the distant future. But no, I don't think it would fit the environment here. I can't stop staring at that tree. So why not a hidden tree enemy when you bump into it? Well, I would love to do a hidden enemy tree, but that would require me to draw more trees. I really love that kind of stream. It's fun watching someone that's creative. I love doing these type of streams as well. It's fun to get stuff out and designing things. Getting a lot of ideas here today, which is really cool. I think we're going to pull the tail back a little bit. I really like this guy, though. I want to work on him a little more later. Just this sort of glutton. I like the attitude he would have. Try to bring this tail in a bit, though. You know, tails are always a hassle. When I did the Mad Catter thing, like, I hate animating his tail. Such an issue, but we'll see. How about a hellhound that's self-conscious of its size? Oh, that's good. I'm going to take a note of that. Hellhound that's self-conscious of its size. It could have a oh, that's good. It could have like it could be a big chubby hellhound. Oh, let's see. Try and get that laid out a bit more. That's not looking like a hellhound at all, but like if you have a good belly, maybe it drags the floor. We'll get rid of that. I'll figure that out later. That's a cool one, though. The streams keep me up at night. They're so fun. I'm glad you enjoy them. They're fun to do. All right. Glad to be back. Like I took that break from the Kickstarter to do the Kickstarter stuff, and it's good to be back. Looking forward to getting that devlog out here in a couple of days. Let's see. I like how it's going. I think the legs need a little more angle to them. A bit straight down. This looks weird. So that's a lot better. And I'll square that off. With that silhouette, I kind of imagine it vomiting fire up like cats with two of their balls. We could, that's not a bad idea. It's a bit silly. I don't want to get too silly, but that's an interesting idea. Like it could, if we can make it a little more cat-like, maybe we go with a hell kitty. Oh, I think we have to. Like hellhound is too generic. We're doing hell kitties. So let's get oh, we have to get some whiskers. We'll give it a little bell. Just join. What's going on at the moment? We are just currently designing a Hellcat. Hell kitty. I wonder if white eyes would make it more cat-like. It could be. We'll get to that. And probably more yellow, wouldn't it? Don't get cats have yellow eyes. Licks itself to power up the hairball. We could do that for sure. A cute small slime that gets really big and swallows its enemy. I'm not going to do too many slimes. We have. Let me find. It's layer 3. Nope. Where's my skelly jelly? Oh, that's the wrong thing. We have a skelly jelly. I don't think I want to do too much with slimes. But yeah, there's the skelly jelly. He's going to be. I need to redo him. That was one of the first enemies. Not the first, but one of the first enemies I did. He needs a bit of a touch up. Could probably redo that skull a lot better. Let's see. If it's the cat, maybe it could Put curses on Earth enemies, like how black cats are bad luck. Do we want to? That's a good question. Do we want to do a black cat? You know what? I'm gonna search Pinterest. Surely Pinterest has some ideas for Hell Kitties. Hell Kitties. This would make for a good, like, some good art stuff. There's a Hello Kitty. Apparently there's a whole lot of Hello Kitty where they drop the O. That's funny. It could be a rare version of the enemy that's golden instead of and have rare items. What for? Oh, well, now with the entities, something I'm going to mention in the devlogs is that these won't appear in the world. These are like probably, not for certain, but like you'll get these, and they're unique to you, like not you or unique to summoners. Maybe we'll have to see. Why don't you publish any more videos on your process? It was so interesting for the people not able to follow the stream. I will be doing soon. I was working on Kickstarter stuff. And so, like, I dropped everything. And I worked, like, 7 days a week, 6 to 12 hours a day on the Kickstarter stuff. And so, devlog is coming up in the next couple of days to make up for all that. No, not all of that. Like, I'm going to make up for it over time. Because a lot of stuff I covered. The next one's going to cover the pets, the party system, and the summoner stuff right here. What we're doing. What if a black... No. Let's see. Is there a rare version of something that is golden instead of that? So I just answered that. Randomized colors. Well, see, the thing is, there's not going to be a bunch of them. These are going to be unique to you. You're probably not going to see these out in the wild. But yes, devlog will be coming up ideally Thursday morning, Eastern Standard Time. That's what we're doing here. That's the reason we're talking about summoner stuff here. It's not going to be in the demo. You're not going to see this for a while. But I mentioned this in the devlog, like what my plans are for this kind of thing. So that's what we're doing here today. We're getting that, so I have some visuals for the devlog coming up. Okay, I think we're good here. This looks... It does look like a cat. And the tail is very interesting. How would we make it a demon cat? To be sure. Like, what ways could we really make sure that people know that it's a demon cat? Fire could do that. Especially if it's going to be spitting fire hairballs. That could certainly help. Cat with a hat? We already have a cat with a hat. What if our essential kitties like Earth Kitty, Water Kitty, and Air Kitty? No, I don't want kitties to be a thing. We already have the Mad Catter, and I think this will be enough cats. That's kind of the one thing I was thinking of earlier. Is like, well, the Mad Catter being a cat is not a big thing. It's not, so it's fine if him being a cat is not unique. So, I just thought the name was funny, Mad Catter. I think a black and purple cat would look cool. Now, since this is a magical cat, I'm guessing maybe we give him some magic stuff, some purple stuff. I don't want to get too overworld because we're too overboard with it, because we do have the Mad Catter, and he is uniquely a purple thing. But we can implement some purple into this guy, like maybe a purple collar. That would be cool. So let's see. I think I want to have him a good sized jaw. Like that. Oh, this is going to be interesting, I think. Give him a lower hunch there. Maybe try looking at Little Litten from Pokemon Orbs Evolutions. No, I don't want to pull references from something else like that. Horned Skin. Horned Skin. Could we do that? You doing this? Your decision is greater than mine? No, not at all. Everybody's decisions are great. I just take y'all's decisions and run with them. How about a tiger? A tiger? I think a kitty would be... A hell kitty is more amusing. So let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and give him some eyes. Maybe we give him some red eyes. Don't know what shape we want to do these yet. Now, since this is not really an enemy, we don't have to worry too much about the eyebrow thing. Purple claws and slashes would look awesome. I think the collar's good. It's probably be hard to see the purple claws. I don't usually do too much detail on feet and stuff. So I can add to my resume, hey, that game endeavor do a Hellcat. There you go. Well, truth be told though, given how many ideas people have given for this game, I don't know if it's that great of a thing. A lot of this game is built on other people's ideas, which I am thankful for. I love doing this with y'all. Maybe his head could be a skull. Well, skulls are specifically a skelly thing. They're a necromancer. The necromancer in the story. That's going to be like anytime there's a skull, it's related to that, probably. Make the whiskers arrowhead. That's hard to do in pixel art. We could try that though. I don't think it'll look that great, maybe. I do want them to be a little dangerous looking. Maybe if we could get like a more, I don't know. Angry Rattata. No, I don't think it looks like a Rattata. I don't think. I haven't seen Rattata in a while. Rattata. And I got a potato. Why is there a bunch of potatoes? Did I spelled it wrong? Nope, I spelled it the way you spelled it. Oh, but because it changed. Don't give me Rattata. There we go. That was it. What color palette are you using? I'm using my own that I created. I like to create my own colors because it really goes a long way to defining my style personally. Like when you see the colors, how my ideas, that you'll be like, I know that game. Just from the colors alone. Although I like Legend of Zelda's color style, and it kind of gets compared to that a lot unintentionally, but oh well. Let's see, what color do I want to make this cap? I'm gonna look up Demon Cat. Just an idea. Demon Cat. And these are pitch black. Could we do that? Would that be cool? Like it sounds like something that might be kind of cool. Maybe. I guess I don't know. What do y'all think of doing a pitch black cat? People don't like when you do pitch black and pixel art, and I like to break that rule. It should have an eyeball as a color decoration. I don't want it to be sinister, evil, like demonic. In fact, I think I want to give it a cute little bell. I could be able to turn into just a smile. No, that's Mad Catter's thing. That is specifically Mad Catter's thing. What is that? It is a demon cat. Needs more dark. I wish I could. Oh, I like the idea though. Especially if I could do some particle effects, maybe. Interesting idea. Do you plan on making one fire red like a toxic green? No, this is just gonna be one cat, I think. Can you create a lab where you can experiment with a bunch of stuff from witchcraft to spells or other scientific nonsense? It sounds like a lot of complexity. Something we can consider, like spell crafting, but that sounds like a lot of complexity for a solo dev. What is up with the center of the mimic's face? Oh, I was joking earlier about if we do pet mounts, like you could ride inside the chest. So like, this would be you. Here, let me tell you what, because that probably is confusing to people. What I'll do is I'll just copy this. Because I think it's a funny idea. Okay. Copy that. Paste up here. Get rid of this. Nope, just you. Flip, and so like you would run in here. So yeah, if you mount him, I think the cat could pull off a dark but kind of washed shade of blue or purple, possibly red. Just an idea. I don't know. We'll have to see. Well, maybe we keep it a silhouette color. I don't know. But I really like the idea of just breaking convention and going black. Especially if I do some particles, like some more black just sort of coming off the edges. Can't unsee to go into the game now. What do you find to be more fun, the programming or the art of programming? Programming, absolutely. I've been programming for about 10 plus years, and I absolutely love the programming part. The art is something like a recent thing that I've been able to do. Like if you look back just like even a year ago, hold on. Like my art was not there. Let me just find it right quick. I usually keep a reference here because it's good to keep a little reference of where you've been, where you come from, and all that. Oh, come on now. I usually keep this like really on hand so I can pull it up really quickly. Oh well. I'd really like to see it though. But anyway, we'll pull this up. This isn't as long ago, but like that's what my art looked like probably I don't know, about a year ago. And so like, yeah. I mean, the player character was pretty good. I was pretty happy with that, but still, a lot of it was bad color choices and stuff like that. And I figured it out. I think this is it. Here we go. So that was my art back in, like, what is that? July, 2 years ago. So, but I've been programming forever, and I'll prefer to do the programming part. Mimic. If it was pitch black, I'd call it Void Kitty. Not catchy. Like, seems like you just arbitrarily put them together. Sneaking Void in there would be cool, though, if there's a way we could do it as a bit of humor. If you're aiming at a pitch black cat, maybe try designing him akin to 8-bit retro games with a black and white palette like Momo from... not a bad idea. I don't want to go too much on that, but that's an interesting take. Because I don't want to do fully black and white. But we could just keep breaking rules here, right? Just be like... Oh, this could be interesting. Oh, what? I'm really going to piss people off with this one. You sounded so disappointed showing your old art. I don't know. I wouldn't say disappointed. Not at all. Makes me proud to see how far I've come in that amount of time. But it was pretty bad, though, in my opinion. Oh, I love this. I love this. It does look kind of cool, yeah. Now, the only issue that I'm concerned with will be the would be the interaction, because the way the interaction works is, oops, that looks terrible. It's the shader checks for black, I think, or at least a dark color, and then that's how it applies the interaction shader to it. So that could cause an issue, but we'll see. Anyway, all right. I kind of like it. Okay. It's just a creepy little kitty. To be honest, you like yellow? What's this? A purple outline would probably look... Well, purple would signify it's a very magical cat. And in fact, actually, that's something I have to consider. But with the summon entity, they might have a purple outline in general because they're magically summoned. We'll have to see. Let's try, though. Let's try the, not the purple outline. Let's try the yellow back again. Because it might do better. The tail looks a little off. It does. Maybe we give it a fluffy tail. I'm not going to spend too long on the tail, though. I can always figure that out later. Tails are a hassle. No, I ain't up for it. The tail looks more like a shadow, like in a very good way. Maybe make the bottom base of the tail a little thinner. Could do that, like especially in this area. I think this is the part that's not so good. Or at the very least, I could, because I lost a lot of curve there doing that. So we could try curving it a bit more. Something like that. What do y'all think of that? Oh yes, yellow whiskers is cute. Alright, we'll keep the yellow whiskers then. Maybe if he's a void kitty, he could make many black holes. That's interesting. Definitely could play with the black bit. Is there anything else? Okay, so the interesting thing about this is like, I haven't done it yet. But with the necromancer, he's going to be he casts dark magic. And I doubt I can pull up a thing. I've had a thing right at some point where I had accidentally done this really cool effect. Let me see if it's on my Gazo, or is it here? It is. To where I'd accidentally created this really cool magic effect, and so this is what I was going to use for the necromancer. He's going to have this sort of inverting effect. We could have the cat use that sort of black magic effect as well, which I think would be cool. Occasionally coughs up a furball. That's how he got here. Was I was doing a demon dog, and then somebody said, "What if he coughed up a fire hairball?" And so that's how we're here now. You could put another cat face on the end of the tail. What if cat face is his thing? Maybe. We'll see. I'm going to make a note of it. I don't want to get into it right now. How about make his face a little lighter than just plain black, maybe a tad grayish? No, I think that would reduce the effect. I can play around with it later, but I think I'm done with that for now. I think that's pretty cool. I want to get on this guy. I'm interested in this guy. The black effect. How the heck did you accidentally do that? It was a shader. So like I was working with a light shader, the one that I showed in that devlog. That was an old video that I showed, and so I think I should have put this in a devlog. But while I was working on it, I had accidentally like overexposed some values or something, and so like normal colors became black and black became white, and it was so trippy. I loved it. How do you stay motivated with such a big project? The community helps keep me accountable and everything, and plus this being such a sentimental project to me, like I want to see it finished. I'm at a point now as a developer to where I can do the programming, I can do the art, I can do the music, I can do everything. And so I want to see this through. And so a lot of that keeps me going. Yes, like the shader for its face, unless it's some sort of shadow cat creature. That's what its idea is, some kind of shadow type effect. I'm going to have more of that. Like there's a bit of a gradient going on in that shader. I think I'm going to have some of that going off onto particles to make him look a little ethereal. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe the horns have a pattern that look like cat ears. Well, that's what that is. Sort of like a horn ear thing. I mean, I was going more for ears, but horns could be cool. Like if we make it a little more pointy. But you have to be careful not to make sure it's recognizable as ears. And I don't know. I think I like the way it was. What if the player has a race picker? There's gonna be a whole character customization thing planned. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So you'll be able to pick your race and everything. Skin color and hair accessories, not hair accessories, but hairstyle and stuff. It's not just gonna be those two. But that's the only two that I've been able to do currently. I left an image at suggestion server that perhaps is useful. I'll take a look. That's a reference. Okay, that's a much bigger. That's much a different direction. But we'll take a look. Oh, reference to my left. Too human am I? But the fire is cool, and we'll play around with it. I think he's going to use more shade magic, though. I think that could be cool. We are going to get to this guy, though, which I'm interested in. So, he's going to be magical, of course. And this robe is going to be a thing. So go ahead and get this robe plotted out. And he's just going to sort of be like he's laying back. Like there. And I wanted to have a big old gut. Like that. Let's see. Chubby boy. He's a chubby boy. A cute chubby boy. How long will the game be? I haven't, I think I said one time and I kind of forgot. I'd have to look at it again. I think I'm shooting for about, I don't know. I don't want to say right now. If you was to ask me later and I was to look up what my answer was a long time ago, I would tell you. But I don't want to say now without taking a look and saying something that's too long than what I intended. Because I've done the math before about how long I wanted to do. Done the research and everything. It's just been a while. So let's see. What color do we want to make this guy? I'm thinking I want to lean more towards yellowish. I want to make him a bit golden. So what I'm going to do, an hour if you speedrun. What I want to do is pull up the heart stuff. And I think we might use that sort of gold color. Which will be interesting with the highlight. Because highlights use this gold color. Are you planning to make a Q&A video sometime? I'll consider it. Q&A video. I did that one Q&A video for the 10K subscriber special. And that took forever, and it didn't get any views. So I don't know about that one. The fat bat would be nice. I wouldn't know about a bat. It's meant to be more like a crown. And I'll probably change it up a bit. Because yeah, it's meant to be more like he really thinks highly of himself. I love the idea of giving these familiars personality as well. So we'll probably dabble in that. Oh, thought it was a fat bat. No, it's not a bat. Maybe he is a shadow kitty. No, he's not a shadow kitty. A demon king. He's not really demonic either. We'll get to doing his color here in a soon. Let's grab this. I kind of wanted to do his body yellow, but if we do a crown, we'll have to figure that out. So let's start with a yellow body. We can always change the color later if we want. Now we'll grab that darker color there. I don't know. I love this guy. I think he's gonna be quite funny. And I'm gonna give him a tiny little head. Like this is all his body, and then he's gonna have this little bitty head. Let's color this in darker for now. And we'll oh, this guy's adorable. You just give him a little eyes like that. He's the king of the kitties? No, he's not a kitty. How about a bee enemy next? We ain't doing enemies. These are minions. But a bee enemy, if we do anything with bees, it would have to be more interesting than that. But speaking of bees, we have something I need to do in that demo. Maybe. I actually have some bee stuff that I want to do. I think it should be here. We did this on stream a while back. Here. And in the forest one. Here. So we have some bees here that I want to use. That you'll find out in the wild, much like the birds and the butterflies. Excuse me. So I want to do some stuff with that later. And eventually I'd like to get into doing some kind of beekeeping thing. That would be pretty cool, I think. He could throw coins at you. Well, I'm thinking he's going to cast some kind of magic. He's not an enemy, by the way. This is going to be a minion that you can summon. Let's see. How do I want to do that face? I think what I'm going to do, I have to bring the eyes down a bit, I think. Have that crown there. I'm going to put the crown back into silhouette color until I can figure out what color I want to make that. Just so I can sort of see where his crown is. Kind of looks like hair, but it's not. So there's that. And probably give him some gems or something to go with it. What if there was a fight pit mode where you can fight endless waves of enemies and bosses? It would be fun for people who like the combat. Well, I'm considering it, but I don't want to focus too much on the combat. I don't want it to be the main reason people play the game. It's more of a sort of like an Animal Crossing type of game where you just chill out in the town and you do kind of things and stuff. But if it were an RPG. Let's see. Okay. What kind of face do I want to give this guy? It's a Super Saiyan King slime. Let's give him some arms. How do I want to do the arms? Do I do them? So like that. I kind of want him to have him rested on his stomach, I think. Something like that. Maybe he will rest them on his belly. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get him to where he rests them on his belly, because I think that's adorable. Why do I imagine him dashing at the enemy with his belly? I think it'd play too much. LOL. Or what, League of Legends? I don't know the reference. I ain't never played it. Well, yeah, it's not an enemy. Oh, it's supposed to be like it's a minion that you it's a familiar. So summoner classes in this game will be able to summon familiars that sort of, they're like pets, except they're more combat oriented, because pets are more of just cute little critters that you can find out in the wild, and they have combat capabilities, but that's not their main purpose. But familiars are like, you'll bond with them and they get stronger and all that fun stuff. And so that's what this is. This is a familiar, and this is a sort of like a royalty figure, where he thinks very highly of himself, treats you like the minion. That kind of thing. Try to... What inspired you to make this game? It depends on what you mean exactly. The story I have been writing ever since I was about 12. I've been, and not just like I wrote it at 12 and then dropped it, like pretty much a yearly thing it would be for me to take the story and rewrite it and everything. So it's a story that I've been continually developing ever since I was about 12. And I really wanted to play a game to where you just sort of exist in the world, you know, like a very immersive type of game, sort of like Harvest Moon or something like that, but more RPG oriented. And so just a lot of other little things that have really put it there. He's too cute for a royal figure. Well, that's the way he is. He thinks he. I mean, that's not to say he is royalty, but that's just sort of the way he does himself. I think it's adorable. Okay, and we can give a bit more texture to this. Oh, well, we also need to give him an outline. The Fairy King. Interesting. Interesting. I haven't even considered fairies for the game. It's something we could do. Let me make a note of that. I don't know that we'll do it, but we'll say Fairy King. And I want to maybe look into doing something with fairies. Why does the rock thing flip the bird? He's not flipping the bird. He's got his hand. You ain't never held your hand out. He's only got 3 fingers. I guess if you only got 3 fingers, then every finger's the bird. That's like Garfield instead of lasagna gems, something like that. I imagine he would sort of have the attitude of Garfield. Garfield's a little more sarcastic and everything, though. I mean, granted, I'm not too familiar with Garfield, but that's always my impression. Whereas this guy is more like a go forth minion kind of thing. There are battles to be had and loot to be gained and that kind of thing. I imagine he might be a little annoying for those that aren't into that kind of thing, but I don't know. I think it could be amusing if you decide to go that route. Not familiar with Garfield. Are you not, Dereku? It's a talking cat. It's a pretty funny cat. Maybe a coin belly button? Well, I mean, coins are pretty big. But it's an interesting idea. Well, I think we just give him a cute little... We do need to give him a belly button, though. I think that could really go for the cuteness. But where to put it? That's the question. Not there. Is it there? There. Cute little belly button would be funny. Pirate, familiar, or enemy would be cool with water attacks. Maybe he can throw gold coins at enemies. I don't think he's more of a physical type of enemy. He's got this purple cloak. He's probably cast magic, I'm thinking. Although, whenever he casted magic, the enemies could spill out a couple coins, maybe. Like when they're hit by this guy, they drop a couple coins. Could be cool. So, when hit by, I'm just gonna call him Royal Minion. Enemies could drop coins. What would be a death animation? That's a good question. Now, minions, well, they despawn. Pets don't die in the game. Like they just get knocked out temporarily and then they come back to life or they wake up. And minions despawn. Like not minions, but like, oh yeah, like summoned entities that despawn, like the Skelly that we have in the demo. So we have to do some kind of despawning thing. So it's a good question. Pops like a balloon. That's really good, actually. Royal Minion pops like a balloon. It's pretty good. If he gets hurt, he pops like a balloon and zooms around. I'm going to add zooms around, but that seems like it could be a problem. But that would be a lot of fun. So zooms around. Maybe he can roll over and try to get up when downed. Well, minions and summoned entities, they despawn. So, like, if I think I'll have to check the Skelly in the demo, but whenever they die, they poof. They go back to the ethereal, and you'll have to summon them again. Can you add some decorations for the purple cloak? Yeah, we could do that. What kind of decorations can we do? Let me look at, get maybe a trim going. This might be hard to see, so we might have to do it a little differently. And I think maybe I'm going to square it off a little more. Maybe. And come a bit down here more. Maybe a little more like that. I think I'm going to square this off more too. Not so much. He can have coins as decorations. I think if we were to do it, it might be more gems. Because coins aren't that valuable. Like on their own. I'm going to drag that down there. No, I'll drag that down there. Probably give a little extra there. Something like that. Okay, we still want to do some kind of decoration, maybe. Like, maybe he's got some kind of like armhole thing. Maybe raise that up a bit. The fur trim closest to us could even be 2 pixels thick. We could try that. Yeah, that helps a lot. In games with 5. What was that? Don't know what that. My super chat must have had a blacklisted word in it or something because it doesn't want to send. Could you look at my message in the chat? Thank you. Sure, I can take a look if I can find it. Oh, I'm not seeing it though, bud. How far up was it? Or if you're sending it again afterwards. There it goes. Okay. Let's see. Yes. Loving the stream. I actually just started my own mobile game studio. Is it cool if I share the recruitment email with you guys? Need Unity voxel art animators? We paid, of course. Thank you. Sure. What if enemies had different variants of them, like skeletons having different weapons? I don't think I'm going to go that route with it. I think I'm going to have each unique character have a unique ability. Now, I am thinking of Skellies giving them a bow, because one of the things, like, I made the Skelly first, and then I made the Sprout, which is going to act as sort of a ranged attacker to attack with the Skellies. And then things changed, and so the Sprouts became neutral, and so we lost that sort of ranged attack. So, like, the combat became actually a bit easier because of it. So I'm thinking about adding that back in with giving an archer Skelly, which I might look into. I'm going to make a card, make a note for that, because I don't think I have a card for it. So create archer Skelly. Now, Ruma says, I'm sad I wanted to watch the demo, but it's 64-bit. I have 32-bit. Now, with the 64, with that, the game is a bit, it's a bit resource heavy, given all the AI stuff that I'm doing and the world loading that I'm doing, the way that I'm doing it. And so I built a 32 build, but it's really laggy. So I'm going to have to keep doing some more optimizations to get it to where it's playable in a 32 build. So I will get that as soon as I can, but it takes time. But that, I mean, like, I'm doing as much optimizations as I can, but the stuff that I'm doing is a little heavy. I'm trying to figure out where all the performance stuff is coming from. What software are you using for taking notes? I'm using Trello. So I've got here. I got a little card, and I have like every stream note, which is great. The thing about Trello is I've got an entire card list of like every stream note, so I can just go through and see all the notes that everybody's given. Scraps of Trello, scraps of paper mostly. No paper, thankfully. I would lose that in a heartbeat. Derek, with $10. Would you want to try a gecko summon or a pet? Don't you have the didn't you do the pet thing? If I'm not mistaken, Derek. I figured that's what you would use that for. But we can take a look at that, sure. Let me think. Oh well. Did you learn drawing on your own? Yeah. So if you want to do the gecko thing there, like, for sure. But yeah. Gecko summon. Interesting. But did you learn drawing on your own? I did. Like, the main thing that got me, like, I watched a lot of videos and stuff and just like, I didn't have like a mentor or anything. I'm not sure what you mean exactly with drawing. I watched the videos and did a lot of practicing and stuff. And the thing that I recommend the most would be Pixel Logic, which is in the it's in the description, or the facts one or something like that. I like reptiles as a pet idea. It's a bit different. Absolutely, would be cool. Now Dereku mentioned, what is the name of that reptile that you mentioned one time, Dereku? Because it was really cute. I would love to do a pet like that. So I'll wait for that because I do not remember what it was. But yes, okay. So back to this guy right quick. What color do we want to make that crown? Because with him having a gold body, it's kind of difficult to make a golden crown. Leopard gecko. You have a yellow one. M games for $10. You need to also do all that, the promotion stuff. You're welcome, bud. Reptiles, no, not amphibians. They are nasty. You don't like amphibians? Why not amphibians? Oh, leopard gecko. I'm trying to find that one image that I seen because it was like the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Look at this guy. Not this wasn't the one, but like pretty darn cute. This guy right here. If there was one that was just like the most adorable thing. Look at this guy. Like this one. Nope. Well, and then there's one more. Hold on. This one's a yellow one. That guy. It's adorable. They tend to be skittish until you get comfortable with you, I would imagine. This is a cute lizard guy. They're very cute. Very, very cute. Yeah, that one is adorable. Let's see. Add axolotls into the game. We could take a look at that. Let's see. I just need these right now for the devlog. I don't want to get too much into all that stuff later. That's content which will come much later in the game. But for sure we could have some cute little pets. Especially if we turn them into like summons or whatever. You're going to have adorableness. That was a nice good bit of eye bleach right for you there. So yeah, with this crown, I don't know what I want to do with it. Let's try using this bright color. And then we'll go sort of shade it with that. Maybe? No. I think we have to do something else. Oh, tricky. What if we go with a darker orange? Nope. I think silver could be good for sure. Hold on, that's a good idea. I have to remember what colors my silvers are. I think I have this in the HUD. I should have some 9-regs that use that sort of silvery color. This one. Not very bright. Might have to do a different one. Let me look up. I think the wardrobe has that sort of metallic to it. It might, I believe it's a different one. It would be in talent entities. Or the chest. It might be the same though. We'll see. So that. There. Assuming I picked the right one. And that. I think if we go this way, we have to sort of incorporate it a little bit more into the character design. It looks a little out of place. The hardest part of drawing is coloring. That is correct. That is correct. Like the silhouette and all that stuff is really easy, but getting the colors is a bit of a trouble thing. And luckily, I have my color palette built, and I can usually just pick from stuff, but it still could be a hassle. deciding which colors to use where. Go with darker color. Yeah, I think that's good for now. The streaks in his body make him look like a muscular dude. These streaks meant to be his hands. What if? He looks a little old up now. Might be a little creepy. Is this going to be a standalone game, or will there be any DLC that will be added later on? I don't know yet. That's way, way down the road before we start worrying about that. I haven't considered any DLC other than there is one that we've talked about that really wouldn't fit in the base game itself, but I would like to expand upon it. Would be like once you fix up Lafo's boat, then you could go out and explore his homeworld. And so we've talked about that, maybe as a potential DLC, but I'm not sure yet. That's, the game is expected to be in development for a few years, and so I'm really not thinking about it at the moment. Scope dictates standalone for now, correct. I think the interact button should be left click. The left click is attack. You can change it. There's, like, the last update had rebinds that you can change your thing, but left click is typically an attack thing. Right click is going to be abilities, I think, later. I think what I'm going to do is have it so that, because I don't like the way the current abilities are set up. So, like, I'm thinking I'll pull up a radial menu and you can select your ability, and then right click will cast that ability. And so interact is typically an E key, which is why I went with that. I would gladly pay for this game, to be honest, but thank you. It's very kind of you. It's on Kickstarter if you want to back it. You can get it for 25% off for when it does go out. Alright, I think that's enough for him for now. Well, no, I still need to address the arms. I think they're a little off. They don't really have any depth to them either. It doesn't seem like there would be much situations where you would need to interact and attack at the same place, so it's better to merge them. No, breaking chests. You break chests with attacking them. And there could be maybe a thing later on down the road, like maybe you have to choose whether to attack a thing or to interact with it. Like, consider, like, I don't know, like a spare kind of thing. Like, do you want to spare this entity or do you want to destroy it? That could also be a thing. Is this guy going to have any minions on his own? Like, do we give this guy his own minions? That's actually a really funny idea. I'm going to make a note. We're going to do this now in just a second, but I'm going to take a note of minions having their own minions, because I think that's just really funny. And this guy would absolutely have his own minions. $20 at launch or $15 on Kickstarter. That is correct. So you can get it for, you can save your $5 right now. There's a face in his robes. Just notice that. Oh yeah, that's his arm slot. So what would this guy's minions be? Oh, let's see. It could be fairies if he's a fairy king. Oh, make him have one that's like a hype man. I don't know what you mean. I wonder what his minions would look like in his size. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what are we going to do with his minions? And what do they do? Little guys with giant heads? I'm leaning more towards, like, kind of like a fairy thing. Little tiny minions. Little gems with faces. That's a good idea. Or just little gold fairies. Don't want to take too much from that because I don't want to, be worried about looking like Legend of Zelda fairies. 2 fairies, 1 devil angel. Could do. They can even have tiny wooden swords. That might be difficult to do with such a small scale. Oh, I like it though. I think I'm going to go with gold minion. We just have to make sure it doesn't look like a Legend of Zelda fairy. Do we give him a hat? I kind of want to give him a hat. I have one question. Godot or Unity? I want to start my coding for my own games and stuff. Try both and see what you like. Everyone will be different in what they prefer. A pointy hat. I'm thinking like a soldier hat. Pointy hat would be difficult to do unless I give them an odd number of pixels. That's certainly a possibility. It would actually make the eyes easier to do as well. They're kind of forward facing though. Could do something like that. Not too bad. And then a little wooden sword. Oh, silly. I can imagine them almost ritualistically circling around him in a ring. Then he sends them off to one by one to fight. He could do that, absolutely. That would be cool. I'm going to do that. Tiny minions circle around the royal minion. Looks like Flappy Bird. That's a good point. I think it'll be a different when we have it actually doing, because we'll probably have some little dust floating behind it. I think that'd be cool. Why is your keyboard so far away? Because I'm drawing. I've got a drawing tablet. And so my keyboard is onto my left side. Maybe a thinner sword? Maybe. Or maybe he releases his cloak recently in his cloak. Could do that. That would be an interesting animation. I'd probably have to do some layering, maybe. Or masking. Could do some masking, probably. He seems like he would know Mad Catter. No, I wouldn't say that. Dave stopped. Still a game dev. Currently, my day job has been this for a bit. Let's see. Looks like a chocolate bar. He is. Maybe they're getting chocolate for him. Who knows? Let's see. Sword instead of puking poison glitters. No. Could do glittery things. Maybe they fly up high. Because I liked the idea of him having a sword. But glitter could be interesting too. Little glitter attacks. What if what what if when they attack something, it leaves glitter on them, and maybe there's a glittered status effect. Sorry. Oh man. Oh jeez. Oh, see, maybe there's a glittered status effect that's it's like a debuff. Oh jeez. And it gets everywhere. And if you get near your companions, you spread it to them. Man. Oh, let's type that too. Glittered status effect. And if you get too close to your companions, they become glittered too. Like you spread it to them. And it stays with you until death. Oh, I'm going to put that. Glittered stays with you until death. Though I don't know that will work because, like, as the player, you would have to die, and so you'd constantly have it. So it's like a glitter pandemic or something. Oh, jeez, that's good stuff. Oh, okay. So yeah, this kind of looks like a duck. We need to get rid of that. Maybe it's because. And maybe we'll just do that. We'll have it front facing. Maybe give it a. No. Kind of remind me of Mad Catter now. If I do too much of that. What else? Yeah, that should work. You are glittered for as long as you have him as a minion. Oh, you have to deal with the glittered status effect. It's sort of a con to using him. All right. What does the glitter debuff do? I'm thinking maybe it makes you more attractive to attack because the lighting like catches the enemy eyes more. So it makes them more likely to target you. I think I want to bring that, give more definition to that foot. Something like that. Okay. Oh, shiny from Moana comes into mind. Reduces sneak. Could do that. And like 2 notes for that. So we'll say glittered makes you reduces sneak. Cause I think that's a good one. Reduces sneak and makes you more visible. Do you recommend Godot for non-game programs? Yeah. There's been plenty of non-game programs that I've used Godot. It's got a pretty good graphical, like a user interface editor. It's a bit of a tricky to get used to, but it's not too bad. Maybe grants more coin drops. What's the reasoning for that? Would seem like something the king would want. He doesn't want to be attacked, but would rather the player was. So he sends his minions to glitter the player. Royal minion sends his minions to glitter the player. Enemies are more likely to target the player and not him. There are a couple Godot applications I built for an employer. It's not the best tool, but it works. There you go. Have fun implementing glitter in the lighting system. I think that would be pretty cool. It makes me think of Terraria's lighting system with the coins, like how the coins will glitter up and they'll sort of light the area up. I think that's really cool. And like how it'll light up underground. Really cool effect. I could absolutely play around with that. Should we wait for a new version of Godot Vladimir Nisper doesn't need to know. I go ahead and use it. I can't imagine it'll change that much, and if it does, uh, use it now. Actually, now would be a good time to use it so that your documentation is up to date. One of the hardest things that I had switching to Godot is that I switched and started using it right when they changed their version, I think, and so I kept running into old information. That now is not an issue because it's outdated and nobody's really watching it anymore. But it was a really big issue for me when I started. So I think now would be the perfect time to get it because you'll get familiar with it. It'll change, but you'll be able to see how it changes a lot easier. And you won't have to worry about it as much because it's easier to use it and learn changes later than to have to figure out what is current and up to date when you don't know anything about it. On a positive note, glitter debuff can help you light up in caves. Yeah, like it could be like a pro and con type of thing. Absolutely. That was a bad joke, but that was a good answer. Oh, I don't realize how it's a joke, so yes, it's probably a bad joke. Oh, where are we at? We're making good time. We've only done an hour and a half. Let's see. I think I'm done with these guys for now. So what can we do in about 25 minutes? I don't want to work on the rock guy, I don't think. So it doesn't seem that interesting. Not gonna lie, the royal minion seems like a boss. No, he's gonna be a minion. I think Juan said most of the UI system is the same. Some GD script 2 changes are coming, but most of the changes are in rendering. Learn 3 and 4 and should be either transitions. Good. Because that's what I was thinking. Like, I don't think it has changed all that much. The big thing will be the tweens, I think. I think tweens are changing in a big way, which I'm going to have to learn, and we'll have to see how that goes. Are you familiar with Earthbound? I've never played it, no. I've heard of it, and, but that's about as much as I know about it. Does he not need pants? No, he doesn't need pants. What does he need pants for? If anything, I think I want to add a bit more shadow under here. I should play Earthbound, though. I hear it's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I would like to get a highlight going. Maybe just one dot. Or that? No. Maybe just one dot. I don't know. What is the third silhouette? Oh, it was something something somebody had suggested. Like, a rock golem that throws itself. And so my idea was like a big rock. Like, he just has a big arm. And the sole purpose of that arm is for him to throw himself. I don't think I want to get into that right now, though. Let's see. There's some interesting characters, I think, that we hammered out today. Oh. Probably sleep is to him. I'm probably about to call it. I think we've accomplished enough today. Did that a lot faster than I expected I would. So, yeah. So, I'm going to end it here. Thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. It was a pretty funny stream. I liked it. Interesting to be sure. And there's a devlog coming out in a couple of days. Hopefully. I've got the script for it and everything. I've just got to record the audio and do the video stuff. And that's what we're doing this for, is to get the video stuff for it. There's a Kickstarter, so if you want to support it, and you can get the game at $15 right now. It'll be $20 when the game releases. There's all sorts of other cool stuff there too, like art books that I'm going to do. Teddy's Diary, which I'm looking forward to doing. It's going to have sort of his commentary and stuff on it, and maybe some recipes and that kind of thing. Thank you for streaming. Appreciate it. Appreciate your work, and thank you. Thank you for watching. Y'all take it easy.